What's the ugliest name you can think of? Pubert. I really hate the name Bertha. And do not understand why anyone names anybody that. Olga and Helga are right up there too. Crentist. I once knew a girl named Felony. I couldn't believe it. Some people shouldn't have kids. I just had a phone interview with a Clay Appleberry, 3 nouns 1 name. Puzzle-headed 1377. In Finland there is name yo that translates to vomit or puke. I knew somebody here in my country named their kid COVID Rose. I bet the child would spite their parents. What's the worst drug ever? Isn't alcohol the one preventable cause of death? So I've heard. Personally, that spice legal weed alternative going around about 10 years ago was fucking horrible. Worst 20 minutes of my life. Crocodile. Alcohol. Normally I'd have say heroin, but the spice shit that turns you into a zombie seems more fucked up. T-mossel. Apparently bath salts. Because I've never seen anyone who said they liked it. I mean, people like crocodile. I've taken hundreds of unique chemicals and by far it's MDPV. That shit is fucking disgusting. Heroin. What's the worst thing a friend has ever done to you? My best friend tried to destroy a burgeoning romantic relationship that he knew was very important to me. I now realize he did it out of narcissistic rage, jealousy, and a need to control me. Haven't seen him for over 10 years and likely won't ever again, thank fuck. My past friends used to make me feel like shit by abandoning me or talking behind my back. It's why I have trust issues and scared of being abandoned. Kids are just awful. Made me taste the aromatic freshness that is pepper spray. What's your favorite example of misheard lyrics? Rockin' around the Christmas tree. Instead of later we'll have some pumpkin pie, I always hear later we'll have some fucking pie. Dirty Deeds and the Thunder Chief. I guess it rains down in Africa. Go. Go Jason Waterfalls. In my defense, I was like 5. Blinded by the light. Wrapped up like a douche. A running lover in the night. Starbucks lovers. She was a fax machine. She kept her modem clean. AC/DC. Jimi Hendrix Purple Haze. Excuse me while I kiss this guy. What's your biggest problem with TikTok? The TikTokers. The influencers. Parent company's closeness with the Chinese government. It's fucking Chinese malware. Geeks literally reverse engineered it years ago and proved it. Yet still no one cared to listen then. Trash. Everything. The trends. That it exists. I don't get to choose what I watch. Completely unacceptable for me. Poorly organized. Hard to actually find specific videos. The TikTokers. The whole spying thing. Fast-paced content that hinders the ability to focus on things for a longer period of time. What's your favorite book? Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. House of Leaves. Go Dog Go. Cat's Cradle by Kurt Vonnegut. Bridge to Terabithia or Holes. Note, I'm 27. My favorite book is Redeeming Love. It is based on a true story and is one of the greatest love stories I have ever read. Probably Unwound. What's your favorite food to sneak into movie theaters? Spaghetti, assuming they don't have a strict spaghetti policy. Durian. Psilocybe cubensis. My mom would give me the most random things when I went to the movies. Most notably a single fully cooked sweet potato wrapped in foil. Crab legs. Whole rotisserie chicken. That ass. Chipotle burritos for sure. I don't know how people do it today with all the skin-tight clothing. But in the 90s I could fit straight up Thanksgiving feast into the back pocket of my Janekos. What's your go-to alcoholic drink? Straight vodka in a water bottle. Beer. Moscow Mule. Old-fashioned with some really good bourbon. Whiskey sour. Martini. I'm a simple guy. Beer. Red wine with meals. A meal without wine is like a marriage without love. Pina colada coconut. Bourbon baby. Gin and tonic. 55 days sober today. But for years it was brandy and cola. The brand didn't matter, but a brand called Olaf Berg was at a great balance concerning price and taste. Manhattan. Simple. Delicious. Effective. Elegant. What's your take on Tennessee making drag shows a felony? I'm glad I don't live in Tennessee. This is silly. Land of the free unless you feel like wearing a skirt. Right-wing cancel culture at its finest. Felony? Lord. You know what it takes to get a felony in my state? You can almost kill people and still get away with misdemeanor assault. Where do you draw the line though? Like you can't be dressed flamboyantly in public? Or you just can't perform obscene acts that were already illegal while dressed flamboyantly in public? When visiting America, how can an European blend in and not look like a tourist? United States, you can be a tourist, we don't mind. Wear sneakers and t-shirt. I mean, it is difficult for people to not notice you aren't local. But they wouldn't bother to ask. Wear sunscreen. I live in a sunny tourist attraction area and the European tourists are usually severely sunburnt by day 2 or 3. It's more sounding like a tourist than looking like one. I assume everyone is from America until they open their mouth. I think it's a lot easier to spot an American in Western Europe than it is to spot a European in the US. Where is the most beautiful place in the United States? Serious. Tetons on a clear day are beautiful. High Sierras, Lake Tahoe area. Subjective of course, but Crater Lake is certainly a sight to behold. Glacier National Park. I was continuously in awe that the place was real life. Glacier Bay, Alaska. Mount Rainier. San Juan Mountains of southern Colorado. PNW. Nothing compares. Na Pali Coast and Kalalau Valley on Kauai. Big Sur. Heaven on earth, in my opinion. Crater Lake in Oregon is the most beautiful place I've ever been in the US. Where is the worst place to find love? Reddit. Terminal disease ward of a hospital. Strip club. In a hopeless place. Work. Hard to choose between rehab, mental hospital, and prison. Is there something that combines all three? Bottom of a canal. Public toilet. The house Chris Hansen is in. Prison. Gay sauna. Bars. At a church during a baptism ceremony. Meeting of anonymous aromantics. Kindergarten. The Titanic. At your wedding to someone else. Funeral. Family dinner. Family reunion. Which celebrities are the kindest and most humble and haven't allowed their fame to change their character? Paul Rudd seems humble AF. Rick Moranis. Dolly. Hugh Jackman seems to be humble and kind. Paul McCartney. Used to go to a basic gym in London where he lives which always has piped-in music. We would tease him whenever Beatles or Wings tracks came on and he would laugh along with us. Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves and maybe Henry Cavill. They both seem nice people. Zendaya seems nice. John C. Reilly. Keanu Reeves. Mark Ruffalo is one of the nicest, he's amazing. Which country do you think has the worst cuisine? Food in Austrian ski resort owned by Dutch people. Worst combo I ever had. Come on. Why do we do this? Why do we have to find the worst in things? Especially countries. It gives such a high and mighty sense to whoever answers. Anyways. It's Iceland. Icelandic food. People here saying England. They have some crap. But what country doesn't? Big English breakfast is a worldwide icon. Pies. Stews. Fish and chips. Beef Wellington. Pretty good tbh. Definitely worse countries out there. Which film that's universally praised do you find utterly repulsive? The whole Saw series. Forrest Gump. Dunkirk. Just felt like nothing actually happened in the movie. Bridesmaids and White Chicks. Can't stand them. The Avatar movies. Everyone misses the point because oh naked blue people sexy. It's heartbreaking and it's supposed to be, but that is lost in the aesthetic and no one cares that. We're supposed to look deeper. Breakfast at Tiffany's. Which song tells the best story through its lyrics? Fast Car by Tracy Chapman. Hurricane Bob Dylan. Hotel California is probably up there. The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia. Reba McEntire. Brandy You're a Fine Girl. Gilligan's Island theme song. The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Space Oddity by Bowie. Weird Al has a few. Trapped in the Drive-Thru and Albuquerque are my favorites. El Paso Marty Robbins. Romance in Durango Bob Dylan. Thin Line Between Love and Hate Persuaders. Pretenders. Cats in the Cradle by Harry Chapin. Who is someone that people treats as a hero but is clearly a villain? Joel Osteen is a thief. Logan Paul. Dude's prime drink is a so fucking bad for you. He has done so much fucked shit. Al Pacino's character in Scarface. Not someone to admire. My mother-in-law. El Chapo. Tom Cruise. He's famous. Handsome. A talented actor and a really nice guy in public. Off camera he's a high-ranking member of a cult that has destroyed thousands of lives. And directly benefits from their employment of forced labor. Fuck that guy. Joe from You. Most world leaders. Who is the most insecure celebrity? How is no one bringing up Steven Seagal? Lol, he's such a douche canoe. Given everything I've seen. MGK. Just a walking ball of insecurities and brings it up basically every time he opens his mouth. Dude needs a therapist. Demi Lovato. Hillary I am fake Spanish Hilaria Baldwin. Insecure is just one of her many different traits. Madonna. Can't accept that she's old. Elon Musk wasted $44 billion so he could force Twitter users to read his posts. Who makes the absolute worst pizza? Pizza by Alfredo. Lunchables. Who you trying to fool? Cold pizza on purpose? Nothing says depression like Celeste pizza for one. Literally anyone on a cooking competition who says of course I can cook a pizza. I'm Italian. I guarantee you anytime they say that, there's a 90 chance they'll make worst pizza you'll ever see. I'm guessing people aren't saying Pizza Hut because they haven't had it since they were 10. Who'd you send your first nude to? My best friend's sister and her friend. My girlfriend in high school. OP's mom, because she kept asking. I just came on here to see how many people answered with your mom. No one so far. Wheel done Reddit. My husband. My ex-girlfriend. She sent me a bunch of them and asked me to send some back. I was surprised how much I didn't mind it. Some chick from POF. My current boyfriend. One nude picture of me was ever taken. Without my face or tattoos visible. It was only saved on a PC. Never sent. No one. My current best friend. Why did you join Reddit? I don't remember. To revolt against the oppressive nature of Facebook. Came for the lulz, stayed for the bros. Got sick of FB bullshit and needed something new different. I was a teenager and there used to be porn on here. Because Dig and Dignation either went away or became a weird news aggregator. Which I guess is what Reddit is. But it's different and more engaging. Had nothing better to do. Just came on to what all the hype was about. I'm sold now, really rolling on the floor laughing. NSFW. Dig imploded, and I needed to go elsewhere to get meaningless internet points. Why do you think Tolkien included Tom Bombadil in his canon? He originally intended The Lord of the Rings to be more episodic like The Hobbit. I love all these answers. I reckon he's just there for us to muse upon his importance. I do like the idea that his power level is off the charts. But we'll never get to see him really kick off. To use as a true foil to the power of the ring. Why doesn't the whole world get together to fight age-related death? If we ever found the cure for aging, the old would keep it for themselves. There are more important fights against age-unrelated death that take priority. Because everybody is actually suicidal to some degree. Why die? Why fight wars when we all can unite to fight against this? Isn't it possible if most of science put their efforts for this one most important goal? I would argue every human being that is not suicidal should be interested. Why am I wrong? Politically speaking, what is your opinion about people 50 years older than yourself? WW3 starts. What will you do? Say. They should have stopped after the first one. Probably go buy a beer. I'd see if nukes are used. If they are and if I'm not vaporized. I'd seek the sweet, sweet slumber of a swift death. It's not like I'd have much choice. I'd get drafted and fight. Probably as part of the artillery unit I did my military service in. Please stop. Fuck. Gather all my camping and fishing gear. Fill up the car with price-gouged gas for probably $2,000. And go live off the land till the nuclear winter passes. You are now the richest person alive. What is something you are still not buying? Any food served with gold flakes. Loot boxes in games. I'm the richest person alive. So many people are dead. The horror. Products from MLMs. Twitter. One of those disgusting-looking gold steaks. Eating at Salt Bay's restaurant. That extended car warranty. A $100,000 purse. What is the fucking point? Anytime share. Bottled water when I live somewhere the tap water is completely safe to drink. WinRAR. You wouldn't marry a person of which profession? For me personally, lawyers. I am a lawyer myself and dated quite a few of them before I met my husband. In my experience, arguments can get pretty intense between two people who argue for a living. Soldier. It would mean sleepless nights, lots of times apart and fear of losing your partner. None. Real estate agent. Couldn't marry a divorce lawyer. It's too risky. Navy, Army, Air Force. I don't want my partner to be away from me like that. I want to build a life where we are together almost all of the times. Anyone with an OnlyFans account, TBH, tears of joy. You're in a building and have to shit so bad but there's no bathrooms around. What are you doing? Build my own bathroom. Find a corner. What any person with a brain would do. Shit in a bucket. Suing the architect. I can hold it. What idiots design buildings? WO bathrooms. Shit your pants like a man. Blowing it into a window. Go to a gas station. You're The basement? A corner? Oh God. Look for the closest bathroom in another building. Otherwise I would not be in a situation where I don't use the restroom before leaving my house. Find a potted plant. You're given $10 million but the remaining money you don't use disappears within 2 hours. What would you buy? Gold bars. When the 2 hours are up I'll sell them, and get my cash back. I ask my wife to draw a picture. I buy the picture for $10 million. Buy a pencil from a family member for all the $10 million which goes into their bank account. Prosthetic nipples. So many horses. A $10 million house in Dubai. 5 million Mega Millions tickets. Buy gold.